Here this morning.
Alright, Curtis gonna come back up, y'all.
No, I'm gonna bring you back. Come on.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Well, Curtis.
Go ahead.
My training, y'all.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we're gonna bring Curtis back up, and he's gonna explain to us more about the program, the whole program, so that we can just get more focused on what we need to do and get this thing moving. Okay, so welcome Curtis back, y'all.
Well, I really jumped the gun that time. Okay, let's get one thing out of here, and we're gonna get started. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It is an honor and pleasure to be here in North Jersey. I think it's considered North Jersey.
Yep.
And when we was driving up on the turnpike, I was reflecting on so many times I drove up on this turnpike to get here. I'm sorry. And let me step over this way so everybody can see. And what happened is that I remember when the turnpike was only 2 lanes, and it was really 3 lanes. It was 3 lanes. And they always had the truck lane, and you know, you had to get up here to get as quick as you can. And it was always a thing for me to go up into New York. But one of the things is that I like to communicate with individuals. I like to show everybody that there are other opportunities and keys in our lives. So we're going to jump right into this presentation. But what I want to do, I just want to have a conversation. Is that all right with everybody?
Yes.
Today, to have a conversation about some real things, some things that's applying in our lives today. And that's all I just want to do, keep it simple. Okay, it says if your home economy is not growing, right? How many of us home economy is really not growing? There's no one to blame, but take your hand like this, put your finger up like that, point it like that, touch it. That means you. You're to blame for this, all right? And we have new ideas that can take care of a lot of this stuff, that can pay your mortgage, pay a few bills that you had, pay some food, you know? Maybe want to go out and line dance. I still don't know how to line dance. I gotta learn how to 2-step or something. But one of the things is that the way that the economy is based today, it's not meant for us to win. It's not meant for us to win. So we have been always, as a people, very creative on ways of getting around. When I was always coming up, you always hearing that saying that mothers know how to take 15 cents and make $1 out of it. Father just take the 15 cents and just spin it. That's what we used to do. So, but the thing is that we have to move forward. So it's growing and growing and growing into the process of what we have here. So what we have here is the biggest secret on the internet. It's called the MLS Bitcoin Instant Payment System. And what I'm explaining to everybody today that's here, I consider this one of the ultimate systems that will give individuals independent ways of becoming financial free. A lot of ways you explore different things in our lifetime, even myself, as being an explorer. I call myself an explorer. Also, I call myself an explorer as an entrepreneur. One of the things is that I have dibbled and dabbled into this. I dibbled and dabbled into that. But one of the things that really caught my attention with this is that the innovation of new ways of currency. Currency is the oldest thing on the planet. Somehow when they was trading stones, from stones it went to metal, from metal we went to paper, now we're going back to metal again. So what it is that currency has been around since the beginning of time. And we have to understand these things change. Now, our founder, which is right here, Mr. Derek Perkinson, he had an innovative initiative in saying that I want to help as many people as I can with something that has been developing for the last 10 years, and it's called cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency has been moving forward. A lot of us had no ideas of how this thing was going to work. But Mr. Perkinson is a master trader. He has 20 years in the military. He's also a computer engineer. But here's the key part about it. How far is Newark from here? Newark, New Jersey. How far is it? About 10 minutes. He was raised and brought up in the projects of Newark. Like I said, when I used to run up to New York, we always had to run through Newark. But one of the things is that it reminded me where I grew up at, in Philadelphia, in the projects. We kind of like had the similar parallel road in our life. Grew up around the projects, in the projects, went into the military. I went into the military. I did 27 years in the military. He did 20. I became a master sergeant. He was a master sergeant. So what I'm saying is, we kind of like was on the same parallel, the same line in our lives. And I told him when I was in Atlanta a couple weeks ago, I said, you know what, I might have seen you over Germany somewhere. You know, and we laughed about it. But he said at that time, going back to the hood, that's what we call it, he looked at how some of his friends are still there. They have not motivated themselves to educate themselves to move forward. And as I got here this morning, one of our partners said, sometimes it's us that's hurting our own self. Yes or yes? And that's true. So Mr. Perkinson came up with something really creative, and as a memory, he said, I'm going to accumulate something, and I'm going to do it where I can help people to become financially free and let them grow. The biggest disruption in history is called blockchain. A lot of people don't understand what blockchain means, but we as sitting here, we do have a slight idea what it means. Blockchain means the same thing as what banking has been doing for the last 100 years, 200 years, 300 years. This banking system is called blockchain because through the banking system, it's not called blockchain, it's called what you call financial locking you up. Am I right? You get a loan, what happens? They're locking you up. They're locking you up. You say, well, man, I got my money in the bank, I'm growing interest. You're growing a penny off the dollar. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, this is what blockchain is. Peer-to-peer, money transfer, copies only. Here's the biggest thing, no middleman. Every time you go buy a car, you go try to get something, you got the middleman. But you as your own independent self, you are the one that will be able to create your own independence establishment inside yourself. Now, blockchain goes a little deeper and a little further. We'll get into that a little more. Bitcoin, like I said, the biggest disruption in banking. Over 200 times since Bitcoins began, and that was about 2009, they said Bitcoin's going to burst. That means it's not going to develop. It's not going to create. In 2010, me and my wife was at a convention. We was with another company. They had 10,000 people there. Y'all hear me, right? At the convention I was at. A lot of us might be doing other things. You might have been to other conventions, got 10,000, 11,000, 1,000, 12,000, whatever. But there was 3 other conventions in the convention center in Las Vegas where we was at. So we went to another one because we are into herbal teas and things like that. So we went to that convention also. All this taking place in the same convention center. They had about 4,000 people there. I love that because I love herbal teas. The other convention, we was there, and we walking all the conventions in Vegas. Vegas is huge. They got conventions going on day and night, night and day, 365 days out of the year. So we went there, and the little guy come up to me and my wife. He had a piece of paper, right? It looked like he just scribbled something on it, right? He walks up to us. He said, would you like to come to a convention? I said, a convention? I said, we're already here. He said, do you know anything about Bitcoins? A little white guy, right? It's 2010. He said, you know anything about Bitcoins? I said, Brettcoin. What are you talking about, right? I started laughing at him, right? He said, come in and sit in here and learn a little bit because this is what the future is about. We got there, we sat in there. You know how many people was there? About 200. We left a convention that had 10,000. The other one had 4,000. They had 200 people at a convention in Vegas. In Las Vegas, 2010. So what happened, after we got the information, because it was way over my head, I didn't understand what blockchain and all of this meant. You know, I didn't understand it, but it just stayed in the back of my head. So the convention where I was at, I went and asked one of the, I guess it's called SVPs or VIP, whatever they call themselves. I said, have you ever heard anything about Bitcoins? They said, oh man, that ain't going nowhere. Just stick where you at. Company that are stuck where I'm at, they out of business now. In 2010, I had money in my pocket because I went there not just to be at a convention, I went there to gamble. Ching-ching-ching, a ching-ching-ching. When you go to Vegas, that's what you think about a little bit. I had the money in my pocket. Just imagine that $200 that I could have easily took out and invested in Bitcoin. You know how much Bitcoin was going for? $9. A coin. A real coin. I'm not talking about what we're doing today. A real coin. $9. A coin.
And $200
I might not have been here. But I thank God for allowing me to be here this morning with everyone here. Because you got out of your bed, you got out and said, I got to get you. I want to learn this. So cryptocurrency will do to banks what email did to the postal service. Here's another story. You're not going to believe the run that we ran. You're not going to believe this. In 2000, I believe it was 5 or 6, something like this. My wife came to me and said, listen, I just got this email and the company only wanted us to invest $50 to get in. It'll be $50 a month. That's what the share was going for. I didn't want to, that ain't going, I'm one of the doubters, doubting Thomases, right? I said, that thing ain't going nowhere. That ain't happening. I think I got the letter in my briefcase. Come to find out, she brought the letter back about 5 years ago. About 5 years ago. She said, you see what we just flown? I got it posted in my desk. The company was called Yahoo.
Wow.
I got the letter. I got the letter. I think it's in my briefcase. I'll find it. I'll show it to everybody. And when she showed it to me, because I forgot, I almost passed out. I had the money. But at that time, I was playing with this thing called the government. I'll talk about that in a second. But this is what happened. This is what happened to me. Cryptocurrency is going to tear the banks up. They're going to tear them up. That's what happened to email. Okay? They didn't believe it. Email did the same to the postal service. Tearing up the postal service. It takes you 1 minute to get an email to send it to Hong Kong. Am I right or wrong? Not even a minute to send to Hong Kong. And I'm telling you, that's the way it's going to happen. So with the birth, it didn't happen. With this, it's happening. Okay, Bank of America, 2 weeks ago while we was in Atlanta, they had a convention up in New York. All the big boys in cryptocurrency. And one of them is called McAfee. You know that virus that they had? He is in cryptocurrency. He's a big promoter, a big investor in cryptocurrency. He got up there and he laid them out, the banks. He said, because you see what the banks are doing. Bank of America, what are they doing now? They are investing into crypto. They're trying to find a way how to do this. A lot of them are coming up with their own Bitcoin ATM machines, what they call BTM machines now, Bitcoin transaction machines. That's what they're coming up with. You're going to start seeing these more than ATM machines or a combination of ATM machines that will give you Bitcoins. A lot of people don't believe it. I was going through this magazine. Everybody familiar with this magazine, right? Fortune 500, correct? This is the newest edition. They have a huge article in here on page 160, I gotta remember that, right? From Chase Manhattan Morgan, JP Morgan Chase Manhattan Bank. They said they put 50,000 of their technical people into cryptocurrency to find out how this thing works. Why would they doing that? They sat back and they did their homework. They studied 50,000 people, found out about this. Everything is beginning to change, ladies and gentlemen. It's changing. Everything that we do is changing. So we have to change with the times, and I believe we are changing with the times. Us students sitting here, I saw a clip of one of the top, well, he's a billionaire now, and it was in, I think it was in New York, either overseas, and he had one person sitting in the audience. They had 200 chairs. Just one person. This is around about 7 years ago. This man's worth $8 billion because he kept hold to his cryptocurrencies. Now, the comparison, the dollar on the Bitcoin to the United States dollar is possibilities. There are a lot of possibilities. Here's one. 2008. With 2008, this happened to me. You know, with my IRA, my Roth account, and all that stuff. I was sitting on the side of the bed. My wife said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I just got a text from the company, an email." I said, what's going on? I was almost in tears. You know what the email said? The union finances that took a hit. What was the hit? Each person lost money. That was the crash in 2008. I lost $70,000 in one night. It took me almost 30 years to get that because a little bit of money you invested in your pension, right? It's nothing. I lost it. But I said, you know what? I said, in comparison to when I got a little smarter, I said, I'm going to do something different in my life. So I said, I'm going to become independent. Start investing my money, understanding how the stock market works for myself, instead of having some union person work that stock market. We understand how that thing works. You got the president right here, right? He's right there. The vice president, senior vice president, this person. You got the business agents here, there, there. What you have in establishment, because a lot of people say, oh, you want one of those things. The president, the vice president, senior treasurer, everybody. It's like that. That's how my job was. That's how the whole economy of the world basically is. So we make, we laugh about it, but those who don't understand it, they're locked in a chain inside their brain saying, oh, well, I'm satisfied with that. No, we have to do better for ourselves. So in 2012, they talk about the possibility of Bitcoin. See that shopping cart right there? Had a little bit of stuff. One Bitcoin probably could have got you, got some dish detergent in there, a bag of sugar, right? Got you a little bit of something in there, correct? So, in 2013, got a little more. You got some fruit, that look like lemons, and I like fruit and vegetables and stuff like that. That look like Tide or Bleach or something, Ajax or something like that. That gave you a little more in your shopping cart, right? 2014, wow! You got a full cart. You can fill your pantry up now. You got some potato chips right there. It might be some Frito-Lays or something. But here's the mean part. Look at all this liquor on the floor down there. You can stop at the bottle store if that's what your choice is. They're like Captain Morgan right there. That guy saying Captain Morgan brew. And that's what that looks like. Okay? Now, in 2020, here's a kick. Bitcoins is projecting, right? It's where you could possibly either get either one of these cars right here. You can either get yourself a Vet, get yourself a Mustang, and that's my Subaru outside, but it's here 2020, so you can grow up. But here's something that's really strange that happened. A lot of us, if we were in the club, you knew what happened. In 2017, a Bitcoin at the beginning of January 2017 is selling for $1,000. Yes? Yeah. $1,000. That's what it got to. And they kept talking about the bubble. It won't go no further than that bubble. 2017 in December, Bitcoin got up to $22,000. A lot of us was in this club when that happened. $22,000. So the possibilities are there. And it's going to happen. Now, 2025, one Bitcoin should be able to get you this Bentley, and it also should be able to get you a nice home. Or anything that you might want to do with it. You know, you might still want to sit on it. Because those people in 2009, those are individuals that sat on this Bitcoin in 2009. And they said, we're not going to trade it off because they understood how the market goes. The market, stock market, how things run. They sat on it. And those who had $200 like I had in my pocket and invested in the Bitcoins, they're either millionaires today or they kept on investing, kept on turning it over and over. They're wealthy individuals. We all want the pleasures of life and the beautiful things in life. We all do. Do all of us deserve it?
Absolutely.
Yes, we do. You know, we all in the FBI, you know, we favor, you know, you got to believe in the investments and where it will happen to increase what we want. Okay, let's talk about again the biggest secret. In the referral model we have right here, 2 times 2 does not equal 4. And I like this kind of math because that's how I grew up. 2 and 2 is actually 22. You make 2 and 2 is 22. So that's the math what we call in the ghetto. Certain things just don't matter. When you it don't come out right. So here are some of the individuals. This is Sir Bronson right here. He's a billionaire. He owns Virgin Records, Virgin Jet. He has his own private island out there in the Fiji Islands. He has his own private island. He said the future of Bitcoins is here. Here's another guy. He's playing on the fence. This is Bill Gates. One time he said, well, Bitcoin is not going anywhere. But now he says Bitcoin it will be unstoppable. But he said, I didn't invest in any Bitcoins. That's a lie.
You know that's right.
That is a lie.
He keeping you.
And here's the other one, the orange man in the White House. He says the same thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the orange man, right? The orange man is pretty smart. He got 600 different businesses. You don't think one of those businesses in the cryptocurrency?
You know he is.
Bill Gates, you don't think he has one in cryptocurrency? Just like the guy who has SpaceX. He was shooting all these rockets up there for the space shuttle. Here's another individual. He said, I only grow, somebody gave me $20 worth of Bitcoin. That's a lie. That's a lie. These bulky billionaires are investing. They got so many companies, they're investing in the businesses like that. So, here's a smart guy right here, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. You know, he's called 50 Cent. And here's about 50 Cent. This is smart about 50 Cent. His last album that he did, his last CD that he did, he didn't know what Bitcoins is. Somebody said, hey, listen, what I want you to do, we're going to pay you in Bitcoins to do this last CD. But here's the thing with it. He said, Bitcoin, I don't even know what Bitcoin is, man. I'll do it. Come to find out, I think he might have had 1,000 Bitcoins or something like that. When the market hit in December, when it went up, he made $7 million. He was jumping. I'm 50 Cent with vitamin water. I'm 50, but I got Bitcoins, you know. He was happy. Floyd Mayweather, right? This is the truth. Because he's happy. During the championship game, the Super Bowl last year between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles, he betted on the underdog. Underdog was the Eagles. He said he put up $10 million to cover the bet. Most part of that was Bitcoins. So he had some cash and some Bitcoins because he is an investor in Bitcoins. So what happened, when the Eagles won, bam, he hit the jackpot. Smart, innovative people sit back and say, how will we be able to develop and keep this going on for ourselves? The complete system is automatic. Our educational system has 3 phases. Phase 1, we talk about phase 1. this is the key. You know, how we acquire Bitcoins, protect it, and how we make it grow. Right here, our system, we will show you how to invest to get yourself situated in our company in MLS Bitcoins, because he said L3 N30 is 1. That's the development, how you grow to get your Bitcoins. But right here, there's a system. Everything in this club is a system, it's an automated system that will grow and will teach you as you grow, because it has an educational system inside. Right here, every child needs to have a Bitcoin wallet. And the reason why I tell you, when I was young, there was a bank in Philadelphia called PSFS, Philadelphia Federal Savings Society, something like that. When we was kids, they used to give you a little book like the March of Dimes, and you put your dimes and your quarter in it, and you save it. They was teaching us a system of banking during that time at a young age. In countries such as Switzerland, they teach their preschoolers now about cryptocurrency, because it's a universal currency that's taking place around the world, more so here in the United States. And the reason why it's having a lot of problems in the United States is because of the banking system. The banking system does not have control of it. But now, since the banking systems are beginning to flow in with it, things are beginning to change. So why not teach our children to get these type of systems? It's going to happen. Everything that you see nowadays on TV or wherever they're talking about different currencies, but the different currencies they're talking about is cryptocurrency. And the main one is Bitcoins right there. Now, for our starters, we got a 101, 102, we got different wallets. And what I mean by wallet, I'm not talking about your purse, your wallet. This is wallets where you store your Bitcoins at. For the simple fact, there are a lot of individuals out here who have got into the cryptocurrency business, but they just got it, but they wasn't guided. They didn't have an educational system to guide them, to show them how to invest their money. And that's what it is. It is money, but it's in the form of cryptocurrency. So one of the things we have is a treasury. Treasury is unbreakable. As we know, anything within time, people try to get into it. I remember the first time when they came out with the club on the car, right? They said the club was unbreakable. Nobody been breaking into your car. But within a few months, they found it. But this system here, as it stands now, you need 28 passwords to get into this. Hopefully you don't lose it yourself. You write it down on a piece of paper.
That tattoo.
Yeah, well, you tattooed all on your body. Say, well, this is 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But this is where currency is going. Now, this is the truth. I just got back from the cruise. We went to Grand Canyon, went to Ultra Reels, Jamaica. We also went to Kosovo. Each one of these countries deal with cryptocurrency. A lot of them would prefer to take cryptocurrency because a lot of these countries don't even have their own currency. They rely on what? The United States dollar. The United States dollar is worth in Caribbean countries, Europe, it's not worth nothing. But so they're dealing with this thing called cryptocurrency. Okay, we also teach you how to incorporate, get yourself a corporation LLC. It's easy and it's fast because in the business, as a business person, you need to have your own 501. You need to have your own EIN number. You need to have these things because of you want to be corporate. When you become corporate, you'll be able to move your money around for your Bitcoins, your cryptocurrency. Okay, one thing that Wall Street teaches us, that's Mr. Darren Perkins. He just came in. He's more or less the inventor of this system we had, the MLS Bitcoin. I'll show you a slide of him a little later on. Okay. Now, what he shows us is about introduction to trading and FX. A lot of us, like I said, a lot of this was over my head, but I had to do my homework. I had to study because I'm going to invest. I want to know something. One of the things that Wall Street does right here, he always had seminars, webinars. And he said, when you see this thing in the blue right here, he's going to say something like this. If it was me, because he can't actually come out, but he said, if it was me, I would invest something right here.
And that something could be what? $50?
It could be $50, $100. So he says, invest right here. Where it's right here. First thing I'm going right to Liberty X. You know, because he's telling us, he's educating us through the MLS Bitcoin system. This is how we do this. So this is a great process in the educational system that he has. We talked about before, one, like I said, I'll never walk in. Well, I'm out of that now. But I advise people, understand what this is, work this through your cryptocurrency business, your own plan, and your trust. This is how you do this. Phase 2, through level 5, building up your credit. When the stock market hit me, I was like right here. Before it, I was like right up in here, right? But when I lost all that money, my credit just said, ooh, went right back down, okay? Because I said that was a significant loss in my life. Like I said, we as a people, it's hard. It's hard, man. I mean, losing $1, $20 out in the street is hard. You might spend all day searching and looking for it, the winner took it somewhere else. But I started to build up my credit again and how to increase, you know, my credit score. Now I'm about right up in here. But through this educational system that we have, I learned how to do this. I learned it. Now, a lot of people nowadays, I don't know what a 20-year mortgage is, because I think mortgages now is 50 years. You get a 50-year mortgage, 30-year mortgage. You know, but that's how the society is, and how the society is leading us. A lot of young folks is buying these homes. Say, okay, you get a brand new house, but you're going to have a 50-year mortgage. So they're expecting you to live in that house for 50 years or more. Don't miss a payment. Right? Don't miss more than a payment. But one of the things you're dealing with, the principles of dealing with interest, and through our system, we're going to show you basically how to pay off that in 5 to 7 years if you follow the system and understand the system. Now, talk about phase 3. The company went through dramatic change as of yesterday, and I'm telling you, and I was up last night looking at it, studying it. I said, man, I gotta get this right for this presentation, because I'm doing it this morning. So I'm gonna make sure I get it right. So phase 3. Okay, we talk about cryptocurrency is non-tangible. You got an e-wallet. They definitely do have a cryptocurrency credit card or debit card. This works. Mine's is on order. Yours on order too? What?
A big pay and a shift card.
Oh, see what I'm talking about? We got witnesses here.
Yeah.
So
in the back. She got a big pay card too.
mine's is coming. So, but here it is. You know, how about receiving Bitcoins for free? And you can through the process of MLS program that we have. Okay, you can purchase physical gold bars, coins, bullion, and with Bitcoins. So many things you can purchase with Bitcoins today since this slide was made. Got it? Yes, sir. Hey, I really appreciate you all, sir. It's a pleasure. And we're going to make this thing run on the tri-state. Delaware, Philadelphia, Jersey, South Jersey. Hey, look out for us. The Jersey guy, the Philly guy, we have the same path. We've grown up in the projects. Hey, the both was in the military. He was a master sergeant. I'm a master sergeant in the Air Force. Hey, look, we ran the same track. I'm sorry, I might have seen it in Germany. I probably did. But we run on the same road and walk through together. Thank you so much. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Yes. And all my live brothers, y'all gotta look at this. We got 2 brothers here. Looking to the east. Looking at the east. Y'all better come on, make that move. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Who you want us to be, 'cause we are who we are, I'm the rebel. But we refuse to do what you want us to do, 'cause we are who we are, I'm the rebel.
What do I want to say? Not trade, people where you can go purchase anything. Amazon. Amazon said, because they had their people up there, they're going to get into this. You know why? There's another company just as large as Amazon called Alibaba. And they stationed in China. Alibaba said, okay, Amazon, Y'all can play around. If y'all don't get these Bitcoins, we're going to get the Bitcoins. Alibaba said, every time you order something on Amazon, we're going to come up with a better deal. Like I said, most people around the world, they don't use American dollar, but they will use that cryptocurrency, and they will use Bitcoins. Alibaba is on it. They're on it. So, my choice today, I would prefer to use cryptocurrency or Bitcoins for the simple fact, supermarkets like ShopRite, Fresh Street, they don't have it yet. But I tell you, 10 to 1, them corporate people are working on it. They're working on how to get each individual with an account with their establishment to use Bitcoins. And they're working on it. Now, offshore banking. Here's the key. A lot of people say, well, what the offshore banking has to do with what we're doing as far as investment with cryptocurrency, and also through the educational system of MLS. Offshore banking, it occurs everywhere. It's been occurring like that for the last 40, 50, 60, 70 years. The Grand Caymans, where we was just at, that's the capital for offshore banking. Everywhere on that island, you see banks. You see people just coming and flocking in, transferring in money. They deal with cryptocurrency. And this is what happened. This is one of the leading ways. Now, through the MLS Bitcoin system, we had 10 Bitcoin centers. And I'm going to explain this because this is all new to me, so just bear with me. Because this just came up last night. And I'll give you this. Okay? Now, we have a cycle system, a one-cycle system, which is right here. 74-bit. Anybody have a calculator on them where they can pull that up real quick? Oh, you need a you have a Bitcoin calculator? Oh, that's what you need.
I got a Bitcoin calculator.
Oh, you got it? Okay. Well, as now you pull it up. 74 Bitcoin. Doing math real quick. That's a lot of money. That's a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
But this is the one cycle that we have. This is called the 10 Bitcoin center. We have right here, start here. But in this ladder system right here, if you add all of these up, all of this can come up to 74.52 Bitcoins. That's what it comes up to. Now, our starting position right here, this is starting position, is 0.048. But no, I'm sorry, it's 0.016. That is the starting position. To break that down in currency, you have
74 Bitcoin. I didn't do the point.
don't worry about that. That's close.
$563,848.55.
Did somebody just walk in?
Hey.
That's what you get when you get to the top of that.
When you get here.
When you get something.
And people say the possibilities are there. They are there. Some people are right up in here. But as of last night, there were some changes made in the sweet spots. Right here. The possibilities are here for all of us. And I'll make sure you're going to get a copy of that. If I got to email it to you, I'll email it to you. But you can take a picture of it too. Okay, now we start here. We have different positions that we start, but one of the things that the company did make a change is we're starting at the 2 positions. You can come in at 2 positions. You start in the fast track. Now, as you move up here, some people call these columns, ladders, steps, whatever. You got a very good sweet spot. It's called Emerald. Remind me of the Emerald City and the Wizard of Oz. When I was a kid, I just loved that movie. You know, because I always wanted to know why they just pluck off some emeralds off the gate and get rich. You know, that's the kind of thing I do. So, but then you got diamonds. Diamonds are for lovers. Men like diamonds too, ladies. Hello? Men like diamonds too. They got a double diamond. Y'all get the double diamond. They got the triple diamond. These are positions that have led up to, I forgot what this one. Anybody remember?
Crown Ambassador.
Crown Ambassador. I was about ready to say Royal Crown. That's
Crown Ambassador.
the Crown Ambassador. Thank you very much. But these positions that just came up last night, I just put these in the slide. So I asked my business partners to help me out with this with the guests, you know, because I've been on this all night, up on the turnpike trying to read and drive and all this. But these positions are key to what we do. Now, the Matrix. I'm not talking about the movie The Matrix. Y'all remember that when Neo was going back and they were shooting at him, he was doing all of this and sliding and slipping to that. The Matrix is so important because you receive multi-volume in your Bitcoins daily. This person right here, within a day, they receive, this is one day, they receive different currency amounts. Those who are in the business, we all understand what this is. This comes back to you when you set up your wallet because you have a wallet address and it all comes back to you. But all this was accumulated. This person gave 0.1, 0.2. All this happened within a matter of a few days, and that was brought back into their wallet. Now, here's the beautiful part about it. You can also take your cryptocurrency that you have, okay, and you can also change it over into dollars if you need to, if you need something. You know, because like I said, a lot of places won't take cryptocurrency as of yet. But if you need to get a small purchase of something and they say, okay, we'll take dollars, you can do that. It's called converting. You convert the Bitcoins into US dollars or whatever other currency you have.
Put that on your card.
Huh? Yeah, you can do the same. Use Visa card, the same. Or if not, you go to your back wallet and also do the same. You can transfer it.
So the non people that taking Bitcoin,
Yes.
they transfer from your wallet to their wallet.
To their wallet. You can do that. Right. Okay. And here's the choice. You have a choice of, well, how many of us want to do the fast track or the slow? When I started off, you know, I wanted to study this. So I started with the fast track, but there was other levels that you could have went into. So we started with the fast track. Here's the fast track, right? Join both. You got the starting position right here and level 1. Like I said, I don't have actually what this is today. I believe 01 point.
167, it's roughly 140.
About 140.
140.
It's about 140 to join today to get into this club. To get into our club, and then you add the 0.46, it's more or less you triple that. It's around about 300 something to basically join the club. The beautiful part about the fast track is that it will explode your money tree. It will explode it fast. It will put you in a position, okay? Once you understand how the dynamics of this system work, you will be able to grow immensely fast and speed in what you're doing. But here's one of the best parts about it when Mr. Perkinson put this together. There's no monthly fees. A lot of business that you get into, especially multi-level business, which this is not, a lot of them that you get into, they want you to pay a monthly fee. A monthly fee. So here in MLS, Bitcoin Club, you don't do that. It's a one-time fee, but we do have a little small administrative fees that is expected because you're going to get a website, you know, your personal website. You'll be able to send people to your website. People be able to sit back and also get into your club at a very reasonable discount and for a 7-day free trial. Okay, this is what I was talking about, the fast track. Now, this is the fast track. And this is how we actually sit back and do this. And we have the starting, level 1. This is you. Everybody say you.
You.
Or you say me. Me. That's me. Okay. Now, we have here, in your starting position, and we always say it takes 2 to learn 2 to teach 2. Correct?
Yeah.
You teach 2 people how you have invested in your business and how it has grown. Got right here, A and B. This person got in, so what they did, they blessed another person. You're blessing people. You teach one, you show one. Now, they showed 2 people the same, right here. And what happened is that once they did this, they're blessing people inside their community. Prime example, this is my house. In my house, I got 6 rooms. I got some people I want to rent out free. You get a free room, you get a free. That's you, you. All I ask you to do in the other 2 rooms in the building, in the house, rent them out for me. And that's what they're doing. You're renting them out. You're blessing someone. And the blessing comes back to you. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. This is a one-time out of the pocket. This here is one time out of your pocket. A lot of us might say, well, $120 might be a little stressful for you right now. But there's a lot of things in your closet, on your feet, and your things you don't do is worth more than that $120. I got suits in my closet I can't wear no more. You know why? First of all, I lost a lot of weight. And then they look like Steve Harvey suits and J. Anthony Brown suits. Suits come all the way down here. Jackets. But I'm saying is what I would have done back in the day, spend money instead of investing it on something that I can see the future. And that is key. It's very, very key.
Curtis, so on the B line,
yes.
should you
Oh, right here.
immediately, as soon as that person
Yes.
there brings someone in, that goes directly to
You.
you directly. You don't have
Right.
to wait for the whole bottom or the whole B line.
Right. That's why I put my other slide was somehow it just didn't come in. But this B line, this A line here, this A line, you're blessing somebody here above me. Your B line right here, you're blessing here. It comes to here. That's how. Now once your B line is filled, and you get to the 6th position right here, it re-enters itself into the system. You start to recycle. You start to recycle. And one of the things is that Mr. Purpose talked about is getting through the power of recycling. This is how you build up your community. You build up, I call it community, because I don't particularly like, I do like the term teams, but as a military person, I like to say community, because community, you need everyone to make it grow. Sometimes teams lead on individuals, but you need a community to make it grow. So that's how powerful your B line is. Also your A line, but you started with this in level 1. So this is how you build. This is your fast track. This is how you grow your money tree inside, your Bitcoin tree inside, your organization, your community, and what you're doing. Now, we have the 10 to 30 day elevate to level 3. That's what we have on the shirts here. L3 and 30 equals 1. Equals 1 Bitcoin. So, this is basically what we have here is how our membership works. It's complete. Now, how many of us have coin payment as what we do? Members. Do you find that easy and accessible to use for your coin payment?
Yeah.
Okay, but there's other ones too. You got Coinbase. You can get it to anyway as far as dealing with your club. But one thing about coin payment, what they have offered us is a selection of different coins. This is what Mr. Wall Street teaches to our educational system. Not just only Bitcoin. You have Litecoin, you have Ethereum, you have different other coins that you actually can invest. Once you get into and understanding how to do this, to complete this. This way, I mean, it's so many of you have met my nephew from Williamsport. He's 20 years old. I consider him a wizard in this because he has taught me so much more. It's amazing how young people are able to grasp things real quick, you know, and understand it and sit back and teach us. And I got insulted one time. He said, I'm going to teach you old people how to. I said, what do you mean old people? I said, let me explain something to you. I said, it's not about my age. We all hear that. It's not about our age, it's about the opportunity. It's about the opportunity. What leads us to doing and getting ourselves in position. Now, we talked about the formula, and this is key. When Wall Street showed this down in Atlanta, and he purchased the shirts, and he broke it down. I said, man, this is the way that we are able to get to our Bitcoin. Through the cycle. It's recycled. We got the first cycle, cycle 1 of 4 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of these, if you add it up, it's going to equal up to 1 Bitcoin. As of today, one Bitcoin is going around about $7,600, correct? It might be a little more. But through the cycle, through the starter position, level 1, level 2, level 3, you have right here point 20, I'd say 20 times 3 is going to give you 0.60. You total all this up, and it's almost hitting the same mark. These numbers are back in March, but we're talking about 10,000. The recycle through the first group. It gets a little complicated as a guest, but I will break it down for you a little later. But as you go through the group, then you got the third cycle. You're leading up through the third cycle. That's 3 Bitcoins. From here to here, from here to here, give me it give you 3.0. That's 30. That's 3 Bitcoins, which is averaging around about, let's say, $28,000. Is that a good thing to get within the 90 days, a 30 to 90 day period? There's people that putting $30,000 in the bank today. You know how long it's going to take them to get the double on that? Another 30, 35 years. You get a penny on the dollar in the banks. So the banks want to figure out this system. But I think what Mr. Wall Street put in with this wealth formula, L3N30 equals 1 Bitcoin. I think that is one of the greatest programs, the greatest process that he has put together for a formula, and it's working. A lot of individuals are working this, so why not us take the advantage to work this? We all can do this. We all, as partners, business partners, as a community. You're growing your community, you're growing your community. We all can do this. Now we're going to speed this up. We already went through this, but I think if your home economy is not growing, you are the blame. We talked about how our company has paid out right here back in December, and I believe when I got in this business, I had to pay, this is what we paid to get in as individuals, about $300, but the harvest had paid off for us because we was beginning to recycle. We got up to this point here and recycled. We got close to this right here as individuals, not together, as individuals, me and my wife did. Now, we talked about what the company has paid out. This individual was rewarded a total of 1.5, that he had 15 referrals. That gave him in November, he had $14,513 in his wallet. He let it sit there for a couple of months. In January of 2018, it grew to $26,000. Can y'all see how this jumped to that in a matter of 3 months? Your money's not going to jump like that in a traditional bank. It's not going to happen. So we're going to move forward. Our company has paid out, since February 28, we paid out $2,675,000 roughly, and the Bitcoins was paid out, and that Bitcoin figure right there is 249. You cannot beat that. This is what our company is paying out. The company's not holding anything. It's paying it out. Correct? Okay. Enrollment fee, $49. Annual membership is $99. This is some simple bullet points that we have here. We encourage 2 personal sponsors. It's not required, but this is what we encourage you to do. Okay, to follow the 2x2 force matrix, then the spillover where each person will require more Bitcoins in the community support. The next one is diversify to create multiple streams of income. That is key. Like I said, we have Ethereum, Litecoins, Ripple, and others. All this is in your coin payment wallets, which you can also utilize for anything that you might want to use. Too. The other one is that work together as a team. We have right here, the wealth strategy is taught by someone in the industry. We have great people in our industry right here that understands this. Like I said, one of them was my nephew who came down from Williamsport to show us how this also works. The other is global opportunities, because cryptocurrency is global. The other one here is ownership and retaining. That means you can pass this thing on. A lot of places you can't do that. You can't take your pension and give it to somebody else. You die, that's it. It's lost. Okay, the last one is the payment through automated system. You receive 100%. Okay, now it's time for those who make a critical decision in your life. If you see this, there's three types of people in this business. You have the one that says, hey Curtis, listen, I see it, but at this particular time, it's not for me. Okay, I understand. What I want you to do is just to follow me on my Facebook page or on my website, just see what I'm doing. The second person says, I have a lot of questions, so I'm going to get back with the individual get back with the individual who invited you. Third person is Curtis, you could have shut up when you pulled out that magazine, Fortune 500, and talked about all those young guys, and the average one who stepped with Bitcoins, they're about now 35 years old. They're the ones that are the billionaires because they saw this insight, they saw it. Trust me, the United States dollar is in a lot of trouble around the world. And I can guarantee you that. That's why the banks are trying to come up with different forms of investing into cryptocurrency. And with that, my name is Curtis McAllister. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. I'd like to thank you for inviting me, for coming down to Philadelphia to do this presentation for you. It's a pleasure that me and my wife came in. I will always, if you ask to call, I will come down. It's no problem for me to drive. Sometimes the best things come from those who come from a distance to show others, because those who might be right in their own community, they might not see it. And it always worked that way for some reason why, they see it from somebody else. So I would like to thank everybody for allowing me to be here again. Thank you.
Have you heard? Do you know? A new way for your money to grow. Not talking about a bank or stock market bank. Here's what we're saying. The foundation we're laying. It's all types of money. Digital currency is changing the world. A way to even the playing field. Power for the people to wield. Still cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin grew a worldwide currency. Only if you knew well, MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can